Here at AGC, sustainability is really embedded into the way that we are preparing this next generation to be the environmentally minded leaders that our world needs. 2 decades ago, I had a belief and a conviction that we fundamentally needed to reimagine the future of education. So over the last couple of decades, we've been operating a public school here on Chicago's Southwest Side that's focused on the integration of environmental sustainability, global citizenship, health, and whole child well-being. Here we're currently operating on a 6.5-acre sustainability and community wellness hub here at Cultivate Collective. At our core, AGC has this fundamental vision that environmental sustainability is essential for the way that we need to be thinking about educating our young people. And so when we set out to build this new campus, we put a stake in the ground. We are going to set a mandate that this building will be net positive energy. Currently, we're producing 107% of our own energy here through clean and renewable resources. So we've got 550 kilowatts of photovoltaics. We had 50 geothermal wells that were installed as part of our overall sort of energy and sustainability strategy. Our campus here is the first project in the state of Illinois to be achieving these sustainability standards, really raising and creating a new benchmark for others to follow. Among some of the features that may not be as obvious, something that I found so important when the architects were designing the space was considering that from nearly every place in the building you have a view to nature. There's so much research, right? There's so much evidence about the importance of biophilia and biophilic design. And so you'll see not only these views and the daylight and the sunlight, and of course, I mean, you even hear me talking, right, about what that evokes. And so imagine being a child, imagine being 3 and being immersed in this learning environment where you can maintain that connection to nature. Our teaching and learning philosophy here is around nature-based learning and getting kids outside. And so when we sat down with our architects, we said we want to design a space where 30% of our day is actually going to be spent outside the building. We have learning balconies adjacent to some of our learning villages, and so students again can just easily go outside and do their typical learning experiences outdoors. Over half of our site is dedicated to nature. So whether that's orchards or apiaries or walking trails or community gardens, and of course our farm, or these nature-centric learning spaces and play spaces where students can be immersed in nature. AGC is the epitome of grassroots. We actually opened our doors nearly 20 years ago in a former dental tool factory. And here we were having to get really scrappy and inventive with how we could bring nature into this former dental tool factory. But all those years, we continued to dream about what would happen and what it would feel like if someday we were actually rooted, not just in a facility, but on a campus that exuded and really exemplified the core ethos of our mission. What would that mean to students if they were not just opening a textbook and reading about the future of sustainable energy, but what if they could learn about that in this hands-on experiential way simply by walking through the doors of this campus, right? And outside and being able to experience and learn alongside engineers, right, about the future of what the world we believe is going to look like. What I love so much about the Living Building Challenge is the focus on being regenerative in all that we do. So not only generating more energy than we consume, but we are also net positive water. We have to really think about how are we giving back more to the earth than what we use. And what a beautiful and powerful message and lesson to be not just teaching, but living every day alongside our next generation.